What's up, guys? We're back, and it's time for some series previews. First one of the playoffs. I think it just made sense to wait until the Final Four, because let's be honest, we've done this 2-3 years in a row before, and most of them don't even matter, like the earlier ones, and nobody watched it. So, I just kind of hoped. Same. But now it's like the Final Four, which I showed this graphic. I think it's really cool. 3 years later, we got the same 4 teams that were in the Final Four for the bubble. So, I don't think we call it the bubble finals, the bubble playoffs anymore. It's ringing true in and out the bubble.
Don't matter. Heat in 5.
I don't know about that. But we'll talk about the Heat in the next episode, which Erwin's going to be ecstatic for. But today, since they go first, we're going to talk about the Nuggets and the Lakers. And one of them is going to be your future NBA champions.
Oh, no.
Why that laugh, bro?
Nah,
bro, it's time, bro. It's time.
No. I'm talking shit. I'm assuming you're talking about the chicken nuggets, the nuggets.
Yeah, I'm talking about the McNuggets.
Yeah,
the D nuggets.
The McNuggets are finally gonna, exercise those Mickey demons.
I mean, before we get into these two, I will say, I've been preaching for years. Like the past 2 years, I will tell BTD into Erwin. Yeah,
you can instill
like it's time. I'd be like in the off season. This is it. They finally have gone through the ringer. They failed in the playoffs in the previous years. This trio has been together for a minute. As long as they're healthy, they can fucking run. And then when they added Aaron Gordon, I was like, okay, I like this squad. Mm-hmm. And then last year was a severe disappointment, but injuries and health was a concern. Yeah. And then not even gonna touch about the year before. Mm-hmm. But guess what? In those previous 2 years, Nikola Jokić played at an MVP caliber status, winning 2. Almost winning the trifecta.
Should have won the trifecta, but
would have been the next Larry Bird.
But for stupid reasons, hey, they gave it to a man that disappears in the playoffs.
I'm not gonna lie, that hurts Embiid's MVP view a lot.
Nah, don't get me wrong, Embiid, you're more than welcome to come to a real franchise, real organization down in South Beach. But
oh yeah, that was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
But all right, but I was saying, so now we got that, and these past 2 years things didn't work out. This year, I wasn't on that train as hard at the beginning of the season, but turns out this was the season that things were finally going to work out for them. Yeah. They're back in the conference finals, and guess what? They're looking good. It's not that they're just back in the conference finals and they've kind of stumbled their way on there or the matchups just worked out. No. These motherfuckers deservedly got there.
Yep.
And yeah, I honestly say, I'll already throw out my prediction. My prediction is pretty 50-50. I want to say it's 60-40, 60 Nuggets, 40 Lakers, because the Lakers are hitting on all cylinders. But I will say I'm going to go give it to the Nuggets. What's your prediction real quick before we get into the breakdown of it all? You don't have a prediction?
Look, as a fan, you guys already know, surprise, surprise, I'm a Heat fan. I want the rematch.
I was like, what does the Heat have to do with these two?
Heat versus Lakers. I want that rematch so we can kick their ass.
What if we lost again, though, to the Lakers? At least if we lost to the Nuggets, it'd be
as much as I hate the Boston Floppers, they can definitely beat us, kick our asses. So we got to go over that hurdle first before
that Tatum hurdle.
I'm more scared of Jaylen Brown.
You're on that wave now?
No, I've been on that wave for a bit. Tatum's overrated. Star, but overrated.
Superstar.
Overrated superstar. But what was I gonna say? I want that rematch, Lakers versus Heat, but
you says what?
It's gonna be the Nuggets.
You don't think LeBron can will this W and fucking trudge them to the fucking finals?
He can, and a side of me definitely wants that for LeBron, because I'm like, shit. If he gets,
I agree.
If he gets this ring number 5, it's gonna be his.
Dude, that'd be sick.
That
creates some serious conversations right there.
That's arguably gonna be his hardest ring that he's got. Even harder than the one when he came back 3-1 versus the.
What?
Yeah. No, because you're going in through the play-in tournament and you're
That's true. He would make history as the first playing team to win a championship.
He's not in his prime. Because, when he was going through that, he was in the middle of his prime.
But then people would argue they were against the best team of all time in regular season.
True,
73-9.
Yeah, true, but it's an argument when it comes to that.
And some would argue that he has, and we've seen this argument brought up several times. He has a better surrounding crew this time around than ever in his career, since the Heatles.
But here's the thing, okay, and it's the same thing I'm gonna say with the Eastern Conference. For the Lakers to have a chance to be able to advance, everything's got to be firing on all cylinders for to be able to advance. That's the thing with talented teams, with teams that are not so talented. The Nuggets, some things can go wrong and they'll still get through when it comes to the Lakers.
That's a great point.
All right,
I'll put that as my number one priority.
When it comes to this
factor with all this.
The thing is, yes, LeBron has been able to hold off Father Time. Like you said before in previous videos, Father Time is trying to do this to LeBron, but LeBron's like, yo.
He keeps smacking that hand.
Fuck out of here, man. It's not my time, man. I'm like, I belong here.
But it's getting his fingerprints around him, though.
Yes,
it's getting his fingerprints.
He's done it several times, and LeBron's like, there's going to be so many times he only could do that. But
that was a good way to put it.
It's going to show up over here because when you look at the series schedule, there's no long layoffs over here. Every game, it's every other day.
Every other day, yeah.
They start on Tuesday. Game 2's already on Thursday. Game 3's on Saturday.
But I think, if I remember correctly, after the weekend, they get a couple days until Wednesday or Thursday. They don't?
Looking at the schedule right now, as you see right over here, it's
two. That's crazy.
And the thing is...
Damn, Adam said, fuck LeBron.
And the thing is...
Is it like that for the Heat and the Boston?
It's the same thing as well.
Damn.
When it comes to that.
That scares me for Jimmy, I'm not going to lie.
LeBron's built different, but at the end of the day, he is 38 years old. Anthony Davis, which is the one that's been able to...
He's got 38-year-old legs.
You're putting it nicely, yes. They're going to need him to be firing on all cylinders, and you're going to get nicks and bruises in this type of series. You're going against Joker. Building those facts, and combined with the fact that the Lakers cannot shoot for shit, like by three-pointers, yeah, it's not going to help them out. So... I'm not gonna say the games yet. I'll leave the games at the end of how many games it's gonna take the Nuggets to beat them. But how about you? What are some of your points or things that are concerning with the series?
My main concern is what you brought up. That's at the top of my list, like injuries and health, because the Lakers are known for that. They've been known for that ever since LeBron brought AD to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I've said this before, I will never trust AD. I think at his peak, AD was overrated.
Yeah.
Overall, because he's kind of like Zion. When he is out there and he is hitting his top ceiling, it is amazing to watch because the guy is tall as shit and fucking nimble and flexible as shit, mobile as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't see that with people his size until next year when French boy gets drafted, and then
yeah, but unlike Zion, Anthony Davis, he does it on both sides of the court. Zion's only on.
Well, I'm just talking about like. The Zion comparison is like,
I get what you mean.
Like Zion we both view him like overrated to an extent.
Yep.
Because like, yeah, when he's killing it, holy shit, and he puts up these historic stats. Zion, I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
But how consistent is he? Does he disappear? Does he show up? Like, does he even show up on the floor? Availability is the best ability.
Yeah. And
that's always been my problem with AD. But on top of that, and this we haven't seen enough to compare him with Zion yet, but AD disappears in 90+% of big moments in his career. I bring this up all the time, but how many rounds in the playoffs did he win before he came to LA? One. He was in New Orleans for 7 or 8 years, and that motherfucker only won one series that entire time. Mm-hmm. So when he came to LA, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's gonna take over after LeBron ages," and I was like, "No, he's not. Unless he like changes completely." No, it's the same AD. And we've seen it play out exactly like that. Even now, like, even when he's hitting his peak, when he's playing on the floor, and he's had a couple moments throughout these playoffs.
Several moments.
You don't view him as a Batman. You view him as like, that's still a top tier Robin. You know what I mean? With Batman, I would never trust AD as a Batman. By Batman, I mean like a leader. No.
I get what you mean, but he's been playing like a Batman in these playoffs, and it's the reason why, a huge part of the reason why the Lakers are here where they're at right now.
But like you said, one little nick happens with either LeBron, and LeBron's not 100% healthy, by the way. Like everybody knows that. It gets brought up a lot. So on top of being 38, being at like, let's give him 85%, maybe he's 15% injured. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just a guesstimate.
Yeah.
That sucks when you're looking at the opposite side. Oh, and on top of that, the Lakers are too duo-centric. They're not a team. Like, it's been brought up a lot. Yeah, they're a team. This is one of the best overall teams LeBron's had. He's never had a surrounding crew like this in years, blah, blah, blah. There is true. Like, Hachimura is fucking showing up. D'Lo's been doing his PG point.
Vanderbilt has been huge.
Yeah. And Austin Reeves has become like the Cinderella story of this year.
He's what Duncan Robinson thinks he is.
And even Lonnie Walker had that night. So, like, I would say my nicest, like, my most pleasant surprise so far, these players, though, is Rui Hachimura. I want to give him his flowers because I've been a fan of him ever since he got drafted, just because, like, I remember watching that draft. They, like, played a video of him and stuff like that. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's really, like, international. Yeah. I remember he, like, ate a pizza from New York, and he was, like, so, like, enamored by her or whatever.
I mean, it's
I was
pizza,
like,
dude.
And I watched some footage, and I was like, damn, I hope he can make it. The potential's there, but the potential's there for, like, 90% of draftees. You know what I mean? Like, you can say that for almost anybody.
D'Lo, too, has been huge, too.
Yeah, he's been doing, and he's matured. Like, not just, like, himself, but also the way he plays on the floor. You can tell, like, this is not the D'Lo of the yesteryears in Los Angeles. No, this is a guy who, when he's on the floor, he views the game and plays the game like a veteran now, which makes sense. He's been in the league for, he got drafted in 15, 16, something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. So,
a good minute. It's about to be a decade, close to a decade. So, with that being said, though, as soon as AD or LeBron fall, it's mostly LeBron. Because if LeBron falls, I'm telling you, AD and company are not going to somehow miraculously pull the upset to then take him to the finals and then give LeBron a chance to come back. No, that's not going to happen. If LeBron falls, I give him a 1% chance to go. Now, if AD falls, I give him a 20% chance.
Nah.
Now, on the other side,
if AD falls, Lakers are fucked. They're not doing it.
Well, I give him a little more chance because LeBron can maybe do some LeBron stuff. Get the gears going. D'Lo, Rui, Austin.
Nah.
Tristan Thompson. No,
Tristan Thompson, fuck out of here. Nah, man, not against these Nuggets. I'm sorry. Yeah, with Kim Kardashian.
North Star. What's her fucking name? No, it's not.
North Star?
North. It's just called North. The daughter. Oh. She had to sign Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. I'm like, man, you didn't know, man. He's a bench warmer. He's not.
Well, they're family, bro.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'm like, what? What are you gonna cheer for him, man? Like, how many claps he's doing?
Bro, that's her uncle, bro. She probably calls him Theo Trist.
I'm like, yo, you know how many Gatorades or how am I like, whatever. Anyways,
but then on the other side, we're looking at a fully well-rounded team, and that's why I've been high on the Nuggets or semi-high on the Nuggets in the past couple of years. Because, already off the bat, you got a trio that is known at this point. Cemented. The only problem is that they've never been fully healthy. It is a duo. It's a 2.5 trio. Because MPJ, for whatever reason, the past 2 years has not flourished into, what he could potentially be. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if maybe he just needs to go to a different environment.
It's the Ben Simmons effect.
Ooh! But Jokić, I got no worries there. And the guy stays healthy. And the guy shows up to every game. The guy shows up for every minute. The guy controls the pace. And that's what I'm so glad a lot of other professional players have been pointing out. Him and Luka have this special ability where you can't ruffle their feathers and make them play faster or make them play slow. You know what I mean? And you take control of the pace.
I don't know, man. With your boy Luka, man, the refs can definitely ruffle him. They've had him a couple times. Hey, that doesn't happen with Joker.
Well, I'm focusing on Jokić, bro.
Joker's a cold.
That's not my boy. That's your boy.
Hey, Joker's a cold. He's a cold killer, man.
Exactly. Jokić doesn't get fucking.
Luka turns like a little bitch with certain refs.
So it's no problem. Murray, he's back. And I don't know if I said it this year or last year, but all I wanted with Murray is for him to bring back Bubble Jamal, because when he was in the bubble, that's when I got converted into a Jamal Murray fan, because he had hit that next step coincidentally in the bubble, and he not only was the shooting on point, but just the way he was playing, how he was taking it in, driving it in, the way he was able to maneuver on the floor for layups, for passes. it was artful. It was fucking beautiful. I think his highlights are some of my favorite highlights from the bubble. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And also we got those crazy camera angles during the bubble playoffs.
Absolutely.
And now in these playoffs, he's back. You know, I don't say he's as consistent.
Nah, he's back.
But he's back, and he's had these moments already. Several games where like he just peaks. So on any given night, any of those two motherfuckers peaks, they're good. If on one night both of them are peaking, there's no just crown them the championship. Because who cares who they face in the East? That's it. Maybe the Celtics. If they do it against the Heat, it's over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna say otherwise. Gonna be so hyped when the Heat make it to the finals. But
You said when? If, bro. If
the Boston Floppers are going down,
and then MPJ, he's gonna have some nights.
Nah,
he is, bro. What do you mean, nah?
Ben Simmons.
If Lonnie Walker can have a night, Ben Simmons would have his nights.
yeah. Shanghai Sharks.
But everybody has their nights, and MPJ is gonna have a couple nights. And then on top of that, Aaron Gordon, he does everything they need that the other two, I'm talking about Jamal and Jokić, don't do.
Here's what we're finally gonna see, at least with this rematch. I mean, Aaron Gordon's been doing his thing, but yeah, Aaron Gordon's gonna be clutch, man, because they didn't.
Against AD?
No, against LeBron, because Aaron Gordon's the only person I see in this lineup that they can reasonably throw at. You know, at LeBron.
I say him against AD too, though.
No, AD.
He'll fucking.
Bro,
AD's fragile compared to him.
Yeah, but look, AD, it's gonna be Joker versus AD. All right, like, you know, like the battle. Like,
fair point.
Like when
Joker's defense will fucking destroy AD. Well, not destroy.
It's not.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. That's gonna be really fun to watch. We haven't seen a battle of the centers.
Exactly.
Forever.
We haven't seen.
The only time we would see it was when we were supposed to get those with Jokić and Embiid, but Embiid would always fucking disappear.
Yeah.
And those were regular season games. Like a regular season game can only get so much hype.
Aaron Gordon's the only person that they could put against LeBron because he has the height, 6'8". Like, who are you gonna put? You're not gonna put KCP on him. He's a shooting guard. He's only 6'5". Jeff Green, fuck out of here. You're not gonna put him there. Michael Porter Jr. He's gonna be a cone versus like LeBron. All right, like when it comes to that.
He is.
Bruce Brown. I guess, but yeah, somewhat. Hey, look, I might be wrong. Nuggets fans who are watching this, there's probably somebody maybe I'm here that I'm
DeAndre Jordan.
Another cone when it comes to that. So if Aaron Gordon gets in trouble, in foul trouble, that's going to be very important as well. Because if Aaron Gordon gets in trouble, that's going to be an open lane already right there for LeBron. And I know you're going to be going against their Joker, but you don't want Joker to get into foul trouble either. But
no, facts.
Yeah.
And then I would also say on the offensive side, KCP Brown
makes those threes.
Green, like anyone, even as far down as Reggie Jackson. Like
Reggie Jackson, the fuck is? What do you mean he's doing? Man, come on, man. Reggie Jackson. Oh, with the whooping. I'm like, I know stats are not everything, but wow, 0.8 points per game.
If you look at Duncan Robinson before the start of the playoffs, you would think he would have no minutes these entire playoffs. And you put him in and he was ready, you popped off.
Yeah, good. We're going to need...
And Reggie be having his moments.
Yeah,
I've said this... There was someone who I called out that then they had their night when we were doing one of these pods. It was in these playoffs, I think.
Who? I don't know.
I can't recall right now.
But, all right.
I know one of them was Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. Anyways, based on everything that you saw, man, and things that... Unless you want to bring up something else, how many games do you think it's going to take for the series to be over? In your opinion, and I guess you want to remind the audience who's gonna win in how many games.
Denver in 6. No, because 6 is gonna be in Los Angeles. No, I really do. They could close it out in LA, honestly. Yeah, I have to give LeBron at least 2 games. Like, I just feel like it's inevitable. It's not like I'm doing it as a fan or like I want it to happen. I just think no matter what, you're at least gonna get 2 W's out of LeBron and company. So 6 games. I think maybe 7 if the Nuggets have an off night, just an overall off night across the board. 7 games Denver.
Okay.
if things go as well as we're predicting, I say 6 games Denver, and then there's I give this like a 5 to 10% chance. Don't be surprised. Don't be too surprised if Denver wins it in 5. I think that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a high possibility, but I do believe it's like, solid chance, because they just got to hit on all cylinders. And I do think overall they're arguably the most complete team in remaining in the playoffs.
And Denver has arguably the best home court advantage, literally, in all the NBA overall, because of that altitude. The 5.
I can't believe you brought that up.
You laugh, but it's a real thing.
I don't know. Type.
And the thing is, with the schedule, they're not gonna have a couple days to get used to the altitude. It's like, yo, you get you're in it's every other day, as you're seeing. Right.
No, I get you. I'll say 2 soft factors that part of the reason why I say Denver's the best remaining team out of all 4 is the core unit and the coach and the staff. They've been together more than, the Heat have had for a while. But the Celtics lost their coach, which I think if they had the same coach, I don't think last series against the Sixers would have gone to 7. I think it would have been put away earlier. And I don't think the Celtics would have had, because the Celtics have been having these ebbs and flows that kind of scare me, because the Celtics were my favorite to come out of the East. Now I actually think the Heat have a good chance of beating them.
They can. Eric Spoelstra.
But if the Celtics were playing how I expected them to play, I would have been like, they're gonna get washed by the Heat. And then the Lakers, we already talked about the Lakers.
Darvin Ham, what the fuck is he gonna do?
The Heat, unfortunately, are you don't know where you're gonna get with them. It's basically Jimmy Butler and Co. because Bam is Bam. Tyler's not even in it. Everybody else is diamonds in the rough, and there's only so far you can go with diamonds in the rough. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's Denver. And then on top of that, Jokić, you want to talk about Jimmy being him, or you want to talk about LeBron being him? Jokić has that chip on his shoulder. He just doesn't talk as much as Jimmy. You know what I mean?
He's a cold killer.
But he not only a cold killer, but he's hungry. I'm positive he wants that championship as bad as LeBron wants his 5th ring, and as bad as Jimmy wants his 1st ring. I don't think I'm not throwing Jason Tatum in there or Jaylen Brown or anyone up, because I don't think they want it as bad. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Jaylen Tatum is at a point where he's I have to. You know what I mean? I don't think he's there. I think maybe Jason Tatum will get there in 2 years when he's time's ticking. But I think Jokić is there where he's fuck these Americans. I'm getting that ring.
Okay.
Type shit. You know what I mean?
Trying to instigate Cold War part 2. Cold War again over here. Type shit.
What about you?
I'm going to say Nuggets in 7. They're going to finally exercise these demons. I originally was going to say Nuggets in 5, but if I say Nuggets in 5, I'm disrespecting the opponents that the Lakers are beating. I'm disrespecting LeBron and AD and Golden State, because the fact that they beat Golden State in the last round, I know they're not the same team, or there's some things that are off, but they're still the champions.
Exactly.
That's not an easy team to
not just a champion, they're 4-time core champions.
Yeah, so the Lakers obviously have a chance, but I'm just thinking, and I want the Lakers in the finals, because if the Heat see the Nuggets, we are gonna get slaughtered. I'm sorry, slaughtered. Bam, psh, chicken nuggets. Joker's gonna eat that up alive. But anyways,
one thing I did want to bring up is, while it is the same 4 teams from the bubble, I will find it intriguing if the finals ends up being the opposite of the bubble, and it goes to show that yes, the bubble wasn't a fluke because it's the same 4 teams type. But now, in those 3 years, the 2 teams that lost previously in the conference finals, they got the development and the evolution that they needed. And then the other 2 teams that made it to the finals, they have age, because Jimmy and LeBron are the leaders of both of those cores. They've only gotten older and they're already of age. And it's you know what I mean? So that's a part in the back of my mind where I'm maybe it's just time to it could be a signifier of that. Or it could be, hey, they still got something left in the tank.
The teams that made it to the finals, and look, I talk shit, Mickey Mouse ring or all, they earned their place over there. They earned that chip. That's a legitimate championship. And for the people talking shit, like the trolls, hey, majority of them right now, their teams are sitting in the couch, so they can shut the fuck up.
I thought you were gonna say majority of them are in their basement or some bullshit like that.
No.
You know, like when LeBron said they gotta go back to their same jobs.
Exactly, same jobs type shit. But
I will say, I think another motivating factor for LeBron and AD is the fact that if they were to win a championship this year, they finally get the parade. And if I know anything about LeBron, I can guarantee you that he wants that parade. I've never met the guy in my life, but I'm sure we can all agree. If you follow LeBron long enough, that motherfucker wants his parade.
But more importantly, he'll get to ring number 5, and he is one away from catching up to Jordan.
That's what I'll say. But he's still not gonna. What could be argued if he gets that 5th ring, it does make that argument more strong. However, then we can argue who's the best 5 ringer. Is it Magic? Is it Kareem?
It's LeBron, bro.
Is it LeBron?
It's LeBron.
And then...
And Kareem's... Come on, put some respect in Kareem, man. 6.
Okay, I was going to say he's got 6.
1 5 in the Lakers, 1 with the Milwaukee Bucks. When he was Lou Alcindor, or I think I'm not saying it right. But whatever, guys. Either way, appreciate all the love and the hate, guys. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Let us know what are your predictions for this Western Conference Finals.
You sound so dead when you said that right now. Where's the excitement, bro? Give him the excitement.
It's been my bad, guys. This is like close to a 30-minute video, so that kind of takes a toll on you. Like I'm gonna feel like LeBron. Like I guess like after playing 48 minutes to give the Lakers a chance to win.
You're gonna feel like LeBron.
You're gonna be like,
you meet LeBron one day, like, bro, I get it. I'm just like you.
Big bro, shut the fuck up, man. I'm 30. I don't even know who you are. Security. All right. But anyways, guys, I already said what I gotta say, even though I said it. We'll catch you guys soon. For now, later.
Take care.